Welcome to Top 10 SR, where we bring you the most interesting and informative top 10 lists. War has been a part of human history for centuries, and the world has witnessed many devastating conflicts. In this script, we will be discussing the top 10 biggest wars in the world, based on the number of casualties. Point 1. World War II, 1939 to 1945. World War II was one of the deadliest conflicts in human history, with an estimated 70 to 85 million fatalities. The war involved almost all the major nations of the world, and was fought in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. 2. World War I, 1914 to 1918. World War I was one of the largest wars in history, with an estimated 8.5 million military fatalities and 13 million civilian deaths. The war was fought between the Allied and Central Powers and lasted for 4 years. 3. The Taiping Rebellion, 1850 to 1864. The Taiping Rebellion was a civil war in China that lasted for 14 years and resulted in the deaths of an estimated 20–30 million people. The rebellion was led by Hong Xiuquan, who claimed to be the younger brother of Jesus Christ. 4. The Three Kingdoms War, 220 to 280 AD. The Three Kingdoms War was a series of conflicts in China that lasted for 60 years and resulted in the deaths of an estimated 36 million people. The war was fought between the kingdoms of Wei, Shu, and Wu. 5. The Mongol Conquests, 1206 to 1337. The Mongol Conquests were a series of military campaigns by the Mongol Empire, which resulted in the deaths of an estimated 40 million people. The Mongols conquered vast territories in Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. 6. The Napoleonic Wars, 1803 to 1815. The Napoleonic Wars were a series of conflicts between France and various European powers, which resulted in the deaths of an estimated 4 to 6 million people. The wars were fought in Europe, Africa, and the Americas. 7. The 30 Years' War, 1618 to 1648. The 30 Years' War was a religious conflict in Europe that resulted in the deaths of an estimated 8 million people. The war was fought between Catholic and Protestant states and involved many European powers. 8. The Korean War, 1950 to 1953. The Korean War was a conflict between North and South Korea, which resulted in the deaths of an estimated 2.5–3 million people. The war was fought between communist and non-communist forces, with the support of various other nations. 9. The Vietnam War, 1955 to 1975. The Vietnam War was a conflict between North and South Vietnam, which resulted in the deaths of an estimated 1.3 to 3.9 million people. The war was fought between communist and non-communist forces, with the support of various other nations. 10. The Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988. The Iran-Iraq War was a conflict between Iran and Iraq, which resulted in the deaths of an estimated 1 to 2 million people. The war was fought over territorial disputes and ideological differences. War has caused immense suffering and loss of life throughout history. The top 10 biggest wars in the world have resulted in the deaths of millions of people and have left lasting scars on the nations and people involved. It is important to remember the lessons of these wars and strive for peace and understanding in our world today. Thank you for watching Top 10 SR.